Breaking news. Please stand by for another C2C World News Now current event.
I announce my separation from the United States.
Philippines' tough-talking president is making good on his vow, it seems, to break clean from the United States. Rodrigo Duterte has now declared his country's separation from Washington during a visit to China.
Your Honors, in this venue, I announce my separation from the United States.
And that's when he did it. President Duterte got a warm welcome in China, which has been a long-time regional rival of the Philippines. But both countries are now promising to set aside their territorial dispute in the energy-rich South China Sea. It's been reported that they'll also sign some $13.5 billion worth of trade deals too. Let's cross to Andrew Leung, independent China specialist, joining us on the line. So his actual words were, Mr. Duterte, to the Americans, your stay in my country was for your own benefit. So, my friends, time to say goodbye. It was going to be a test of whether he'd follow through on this and do it publicly, but it seems he has. What are the implications now?
Well, this is definitely a U-turn in terms of the Philippines' policy towards China. I think under this new president, they are seeing this South China Sea as a theater of geopolitical rivalry between the United States and China, in which the Philippines' interests are not necessarily aligned with those of the United States, because China is not trying to invade the Philippines, or in fact, even though there are territorial disputes, but these disputes are subject to negotiations. But I think what the Philippines want is really investment from China, the sort of help that can bring along jobs and drive the economy. So I think that the new president of the Philippines is a realist, looking at it purely from the Philippines' own interest, particularly the economic interest, rather than as part of a pawn in the geopolitical rivalry as seen from Washington. So I think that is driving.
How's it going to shift the balance of power now in the region? How quickly is it going to happen?
Well, because the South China Sea is not just about territorial disputes to China. To China is also a very important conduit of the trade and the import of resources and materials, which underpin the stability of the government of China, the survivability of the Communist Party, as it were. So, so naturally, China would defend its interest in the South China Sea, but also as China is using the South China Sea to project its power as well. And then the third strand of the strategy is, of course, China's recent initiative of the One Belt, One Road, the Maritime Silk Road, which, of course, passes through the South China Sea. It's like to bring along a lot of China's investment in infrastructure, in ports and facilities, and also the possibility of joint exploration of resources, gas and minerals outside within the Philippines waters. Now, I think that there is possibility that both sides can see areas for cooperation and setting aside the respective claims. It's not as if China would like to, to eat the cake and have it at the same time on every front. So I think that that's what the new president sees. That's the opportunities.
A lot at stake here, Andrew. Andrew Leung, independent China watcher and specialist and commentator. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
This has been a C2C World News Now current event. Stay safe, everyone.